Darkcast Network. Indie pods with a dark side.
You are listening to Castles and Cryptids, where the castles are haunted and the cryptids are cryptic as fuck. And I'm Alanna.
And I'm Kelsey.
And it's our first episode of 2026. Woohoo!
Yeah, wow.
Welcome.
It's
Happy New
been
Year.
forever, I feel like.
It has been for us, yeah.
Yeah.
And like people that are listening in real time also. It's been a while. It's been a
Yeah.
while. That old song. Yeah. I guess hope you all had a good Christmas and didn't missed us, but not too much because
Yeah.
we had a nice break.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully you guys can forgive us. I know it's been a crazy month and a half, but
Yeah.
it's hard with schedules sometimes, and then my vacation.
Yeah, I would say they've had to wait a month for a new episode ish because we dropped one
Yeah.
just before Christmas. That was kind of
Yeah.
part of one episode that is stretched into two, as I had so much to say on the topic. But that's okay. Well, it's not, and it's funny because sometimes people will talk about, oh, that break between Christmas and New Year's, where nobody's doing anything, and I'm like, when you
Time
say that,
doesn't
you kind of,
matter.
yeah, you sound like you're coming from such a place of privilege because a lot of people work
Yeah.
Christmas and beyond. So funny to me. Like,
I know,
it's
like,
always some
my
actor,
brother,
podcaster. Sorry. Yeah.
my brother had a month off.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, so that was nice for him. I had like 2 weeks off. I go back in, as of recording this, in 2 days. Having 2 weeks
But
off, and I'll be happy
yeah,
to see everybody at work again, catch up. It's
but you
nice when you enjoy
specifically
the
booked
people
that
you work
off
with.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
To have that time off because you guys were all doing shit. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not one of those people where I could go straight back to work. Maybe if I was only gone for like a couple days somewhere, then I wouldn't need, like, you need kind of a couple days before to pack and get everything ready, and then a couple days
Yeah.
after, because I mean, the first day I was just unpacking, doing laundry, and then I had to go grocery shopping because there was nothing in my fridge. So I can't imagine
This
trying
is
to do
true.
that and then like go to work the next day or something.
Yeah, because Kelsey had a nice little vacay. So starting to go for a trip. It's like,
Yes.
that's tough if you can't get enough time off to get at least a day off on either end and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But at least most stuff is closed for like a day or two. And this year it was like kind of the weekend. So I just had like 5 days off, which was like,
Nice.
it's a mini vacay. Yeah. And then like, I don't know, it's been cold and snowy here and stuff. So then we just kind of hibernate sometimes. And then other people are like, oh, I had such a busy time. And like, sometimes I'm a little jealous, but at the same time, I'm a little like, at least I don't feel like I'm exhausted. Like people that go home and have to visit between two families and stuff. And they're like, ah,
Yes.
I felt like I had
It's
to
a
go two
lot.
places in one day. Yeah.
Yeah. I never know, like, if people are always like, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert. I feel like
Yeah.
it really depends what kind of mood I'm in, because sometimes I am like, yeah, let's spend the whole day out hanging out and doing whatever.
Yeah.
I can have like however much going on, and then the next day, if I have like, I don't know, I'm like, I have to go grocery shopping and I have to do something 6 hours later that would take 5 minutes. I'm like, God, I'm so busy today. I have 2 things to do.
Yeah,
So I
it's
don't know.
true. Because eventually everyone needs to go home and recharge their batteries, which is usually one of those questions they ask you. Do you get,
Yeah.
charged up from socialization? It's like, yes, to a point. And then I have to come home
Yeah,
and
I feel like,
watch The Big Short for a bit, like I did today. We were just visiting, and then I had like done some grocery shopping and stuff, and it's like, and then I'm home for a bit, and now I'm like a little bit better.
yeah,
Yeah. So
I think
true.
it depends.
Mhm.
Yeah, like hanging out with you, I never feel like I have to, like, I never feel exhausted or anything hanging out with you,
Oh,
but some
that's good.
people I definitely do. So,
Right.
I,
It's a
yeah,
level of
sometimes I'm like,
energy vampire, like some people have a little bit of it, and that's okay.
yeah,
uh,
yeah, certain
um,
times I totally, I'd say most situations I feel like I need to go home to my quiet house and hide for an hour or two before I can go to sleep, especially after work. Um,
oh,
but
yes,
yeah,
after work. That's a rough time. um, oh, for some reason, that made me think of listening to a lot of a podcast where they go over your like favorite meal, and when they had Dan Aykroyd on, the comments at
oh,
first, I was like, Dan Aykroyd. I'm reading. I love like read comments first and be like, ooh, kind of excited for the episode and what people are saying. It's like this was great, but also like I'm exhausted, and I was like, wait, what? And like he just didn't let them have a chance to ask him what he wanted for each like starter and then main and dessert and everything. He was just like, first of all, we're going to be here at my place in wherever Ontario, and then I'm going to start out with my Crystal Skull vodka, and then I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to have this person here, and then he just like told them his whole thing.
oh damn.
And just like went off, and they barely had to ask him a question or get a word in edgewise, and it was so funny, but also like he just rattled on for quite some time that you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Ah, national treasure. Um, anyway, yeah, it was fun because we got to chat a bit today and get some of that out of the way because we hadn't seen each other in a while.
Yeah, we had a nice little catch up this afternoon. Uh, yeah,
Off mic
it was nice.
for our ears only.
Off mic for our own enjoyment.
I know, but you always get. And, oh yeah, we picked our next episode, and also our next Patreon, or
Yes.
this month's Patreon. Yes, January.
Yeah. Try to do this month because we'll be like a week ahead.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
back. We'll be back every other week at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll end off the Chinese Year of the Snake with
Yeah.
some saves, some of my saves, some of your saves. Excuse me. So yeah, it should be some silly stuff, some funny stuff. Who knows? All sorts of things. We'll let you know when that drops. And yeah, don't forget to support us on Patreon. Join if you want, if you can. Check out the content there. And if people would rather have like a one-time donation, I also know you can do the buy me a coffee, so people can let us know if it would be worth us setting up a what that thing is. It's just like you can donate one time for people and be like, here's a beer on me, here's a coffee, here's $10 to buy a Bigfoot sticker, like whatever.
Cool.
I don't know, sometimes I think people are afraid of commitments like subscriptions, even if they're quite affordable, if I do say so myself. I join many Patreons and I'll be like, oh, it's like maybe $20 a month. You know what I mean? And then you're like, you know what I mean? Like when you have Netflix or something, you're like, worth it.
Yeah.
But also, don't forget to rate us, because that really helps too. And I would love to
Yes,
see our
please do.
Spotify ratings go like higher. And stuff like that.
Comment, engage with us. I don't know.
Talk to us. Yeah. Thank you to everybody who asked us when the next episode was coming out. Daniel, no. Maybe it's anyone else.
Yeah,
we're back. So
this should be a fun one.
Yeah, what else? Nothing really.
Yeah,
let's get into it.
this is a topic I always find really interesting.
Really?
Maybe it was like my middle school obsession with the movie Catch Me If You Can. About check forgeries and
check forgery.
I can't even remember his name. It's played by Leonardo DiCaprio, though.
Famously played by Leo, I would say.
Yes, Leonardo DiCaprio-san.
Back when he was still quite cute too, I would say, because he was. I had crushes when I was coming of age, and Titanic. I was like a preteen. Yeah, come on.
Titanic, Romeo and Juliet, this movie. Yeah. I do want to see his new one, though.
Oh, really?
Shoot, who directed it?
Oh, God, I've been looking at movies all day. Is it out now? No.
Yeah, I think so. It's like one thing after another, one hit after another, something like that.
Not the one with Will Arnett.
Oh, one battle after another.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it looks kind of like weird, and I dig it.
Who else is in it?
Good cast. Benicio del Toro is in it. Sean Penn is in it.
Okay. I saw something coming out with Bill Skarsgård too that I was like, oh, that always gets my attention.
Yeah, it looked kind of crazy.
Good. Hopefully it's another good year for horror movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up, but there's some that have come out in the last couple of years that I haven't seen yet, so I have some of them downloaded. It was one thing I planned on my vacation. I was like, I have a bunch of movies saved, like, in case we didn't have Wi-Fi on the resort. I was like, I have all these movies downloaded on my laptop. I can watch through them all. And then we had Wi-Fi, so I didn't need to. And then
you didn't.
So I didn't. And then basically just wasted time for a week not doing anything. I was on vacation though.
Yeah, sometimes it feels a little decadent. Just watch a movie in the morning or something. Like, what am I doing? I don't know.
Yeah, broad daylight.
Yeah. I know. Well, we have these nice, because it is hard with our big bay windows, but then we got these nice blinds. So if you really can't see the TV, like that's what Pat got him for, because he's like, I know I'm going to be using the TV in the daytime. Like, put them blinds down, baby.
My parents have the same thing. Their TV's in like facing the same direction, and they have a big window in their living room. And same thing. You'll be trying to watch a movie, and you'll be like, I can't see the screen at all.
Yeah. I mean, where else are you gonna put it? We've talked about, we have the basement, but then there's like a pool table on one end, so that's kind of
yeah.
All right. That's now I sound privileged. My pool table's in the way. Can't put my big screen up
where do
there.
I put my giant TV?
Oh, that's funny. What did you guys get for Christmas? It was a PJ year for me. And
Yeah.
I'm also having a thing where I'm like entertaining subscription boxes still, if not. I started some at Christmas. I got one from you and Pat that was like cured meats. It's called carnivore.
Oh, nice.
And you know what? Don't be surprised if people still get one, whether it's for, a birthday or whatever. Like, I'm like, ooh, there's actually kind of cool ones too. If you look up like weird ones, it's like, do you want one that's kind of witchy or like sciency? And you're like, maybe I do.
Yeah.
Cryptid of the month box. Maybe so. Yeah.
Fun.
Right? So anyway, yeah, everybody tell us what you guys got up to this year. So sorry. Where did we leave off? Did you start?
We were talking about Forgeries, and then we started talking about movies again. No surprise at all. Knowing that. You've listened to us before. You know how it goes.
Oh, and I was just happy you said like not art forgeries, because I think those ones are the kind of the boring ones ish. A little bit.
Yeah.
They can be.
It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a huge thing. I guess they're just kind of. Maybe I just don't know a whole lot about art forgeries. I find. Yeah, like the check fraud, con artist kind of like false identity, those kind of things more interesting.
Right. Like to be able to like recreate someone's signature and something like that's kind of cool too.
Yeah. The one I specifically settled on, it was actually an Instagram post that got recommended to me, weirdly. Oh. And I had saved it, and I was like, ooh, this is interesting. So I, of course, had to look up the case and learn more about it. So
stumbled upon it. Okay, that's the best.
Yeah. Don't know what's happening to my Instagram algorithm that it's recommending me like, I don't know, I'm gonna call it con artist, but I guess he is like a counterfeiter. His name is Frank Bourassa. And I think this would still apply. He's considered the world's largest he holds the record of having the largest counterfeiting operation by a single individual, which is really cool. Yeah.
Quite the accolade anyway.
Yes. I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. So that caught my eye. I was like, I need to know more.
What's your Guinness Book of World Records? Well,
yeah, I think he actually is in the Guinness World Records book. Just like, who knows?
The Guinness Book, even that's like a topic that's interesting to kind of cover the origin of and stuff. You're like, Guinness? Yeah. Like those Guinnesses? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. My brother was always every year for Christmas he wanted the Guinness World Records book, and then me, when I was younger, I used to always ask for the Ripley's Believe It or Not books.
Yes, both very.
Because I liked all the weird, like, talents and things in there.
I think my sister Ressa bought it, but it's at my mom's place, and it's an Atlas Obscura food. It's Atlas, it's Gastronomicon. It's all about weird food all around the world, and I really like that kind of coffee table too. Yeah,
that's cool.
It's very interesting. I'm like, oh, what is this pie that has like fish heads popping out of it?
Oh.
And they're like, you might. Was that the one where it's like it might be found in French Canada? You're like, wait, what? No, is it? Don't quote me on that.
So this Frank guy, I thought it was actually interesting. I had never heard about him before. He was actually born and raised in Quebec. Quebec,
Oh, speaking
Canada.
of
Woo!
French Canada.
Represent Canada. Woo,
What a great
woo.
segue. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And with yeah, he's just
Uh,
called Frank. Okay. I would have
well,
thought he was like
he's a
Italian.
Francois. He's a Francois
Ah,
Bourassa.
there it
But
is.
every, yeah, everything just called him Frank. So I'll be probably calling him, I think,
Yeah.
Bourassa or Frank. I'll switch back and forth, but
We
Francois.
jokingly called my Uncle Francois Unfunkle, but he's actually very fun and nice. Yeah. When we were kids, I think we made it up, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
So he was actually arrested on May 23rd, 2012. So not that long ago. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Pretty recent.
I mean, I feel like counterfeiters, I would associate like 80s, 90s, early 2000s, not
It's
necessarily like
certainly
2012.
yeah, it's kind of crime that like kind of ages out in the modern times when you
Yeah.
harder and harder to like fake your identity and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. He was arrested along with 3 other individuals, and which we'll get into. And police seized about $1 million worth of fake bills at the
Oh.
time of his arrest, which they were super, super happy about. They were like really celebrating that they had stopped $1 million of fake notes or banknotes from
Yeah.
like being distributed.
Pretty impressive.
Uh, yeah, and they were also immediately shocked at the quality of these notes, with the police describing them as virtually undetectable to the naked eye. And not only did they feel, or not only did they look right, but they also felt identical to the real notes. And they also had a dark vertical stripe that perfectly imitated the security thread on real bills.
Oh, yes.
So these were like some of the highest quality forgery banknotes they had ever seen.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, so really, really well done. And uh, Bourassa, he was immediately charged with the production, possession, and distribution of counterfeit currency. And even though him and 3 other people were arrested, he's the only one that's name was ever publicly released. So we don't know who the other 3
Oh.
are, but they aren't really related to him. In the production of it, it seems to more likely be people that were involved in the distribution of the notes at the later time. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Some
kind of like
middlemen.
after
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah.
So because of the quality of these bills, police assumed that it was the work of this large and sophisticated criminal gang, and they started really grilling him about who his accomplices could be. Because they're like, this is too well done, they're really, really
Right.
good, and there's a lot of them, like $1 million, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
he's
like,
not
who
doing
else?
it
And
at home.
so Bourassa was adamant that he had worked alone. And then
Okay.
we'll get into more of the details later, but a bit of a rundown. He ended up using, because they confiscated $1 million.
Yeah.
He ended up telling them that he had another $2 million, or not 2 million, $200 million in counterfeit notes,
Oh shit.
that he would give them in exchange for basically immunity, like him not really being charged with anything. He's like, I'll give you all of the
Oh.
money I made, if you don't charge me and I don't go to prison. So,
Okay.
I mean, yeah. So, yeah, they had like $1 million. He's like, I'll tell you where 200 million is. And they used this as him and his lawyer used this as a bargaining chip during his hearing.
What a weird move.
Right? That's why I'm like, this guy, iconic. It's crazy. After telling the authorities where the money was, they located it successfully and they accepted the deal. And he
Okay.
basically walked free, having only served 6 weeks in prison, and ended up having to only pay about $1,300 in a fine because when he was arrested, they also found a small amount of drugs on his person, so he got fined for the drugs and spent 6 weeks in prison.
I mean, when you compare it to that guy that was not telling the court where however much money was, and he's still in jail after like 10 years or something. And the guy's just so stubborn, and they're like, just tell us. And he just keeps being like, I'm just in jail. And then, like, it was like, they finally were just like, fine, we'll let you out. It's like, just do what this guy did.
Yeah.
He obviously has squirreled away another stash somewhere if he doesn't mind just giving you 200 mil. I wonder.
Maybe. There is some talk about that, which we'll get into. Yeah, it's interesting in that like this was kind of his failsafe if anything happened. So yeah, he had been arrested. They had like confiscated $1 million from him. And then while he was in prison, yeah, he like told his lawyer, hey, if I gave the police, like the authorities, a bunch of money, do you think they'd let me go? And they're like, well, like, how much are you talking? And he's like, oh, like, I could give you like 200 million. And they're like, are you serious? It's like, yeah,
Right.
and it worked, basically.
I mean,
because the authorities had
crime is the theft and stuff, or like, yeah, it's like, well, if I'm giving back the proceeds of the crime, then did the crime ever really happen? No. Or what?
Yeah. Yeah, because the police like weren't expecting to get more money from him or for there to be more money involved. So this was kind of like, oh shit, this is deeper than we thought. But if he's giving us everything, then yeah.
Wild.
So kind of backtracking into how this all started, which is pretty interesting.
Okay.
So
I wonder how we got here.
It's a winding story. Francois...
Flashback. Sorry. I'm done.
Francois was born and raised in Quebec, Canada, and don't have too much background other than like beginning at age 12. Or I should mention actually, almost all of this information is from a really good article from Business Insider, which I thought was really weird.
Okay. But they don't have exactly where in Quebec he's from, even. Interesting.
They did. I just couldn't pronounce it, so I didn't put it in.
Oh.
But...
Well, I was thinking about that. We watched that bit earlier where the comedian was talking about London, Ontario, Canada. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. All the bit was that it was named after a more famous London, really. Sorry to explain.
Yeah, and they interviewed him, so a lot of these are quotes directly from him after when they interviewed him, which I thought was really good. So
do it in your best French Canadian accent. Just kidding.
He said that at age 12, I guess, he started noticing that older students at his school would show up to school with bags full of expensive clothes that they had stolen from local stores.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was a little strange. It was at that time that Frank decided to become a middleman and like a fence and began selling the high-end items to other students at the school. He said all that really mattered to me was that the supply was coming and that I had customers and that it was great and it gave me very nice boost towards independence.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He continued doing this for a few years, sometimes earning hundreds of dollars a week. And then at age 15, he was kicked out of school. He said he had a problem with authority.
Okay. Kelsey Breeze.
Yeah. No, really? Around this time, he moved out of his parents' house and began working as a mechanic, while at the same time selling stolen cars on the side. So, continuing.
Damn. Loves that life of crime, baby.
Yeah, started really young. He continued this for another few years until he reached his late 20s when he decided to kind of like go straight, try and turn his life around. He used his experience as a mechanic and working with cars to open up his own factory, which produced brake pads.
Oh.
Like, I guess people always need brake pads. I don't really know what else to say about
Just
that.
brake pads. Okay.
Just brake pads.
Not even
It said
propane and propane accessories.
Yeah. Not willing to do anything by half. He was working crazy hours, up to 20 hours a day, trying to turn his business profitable. And it was working, but he was getting more and more exhausted. And
Makes sense.
yeah. He ended up experiencing what he described as a nervous breakdown, which I guess he ended up seeing a doctor and was hospitalized for a little bit. And he says that the doctors told him he was his blood work showed he was basically low on every vitamin, like he just like had worked himself
Oh no.
into exhaustion.
He needs a Gatorade fast. You need some electrolytes.
Yeah. I guess his hands wouldn't stop shaking, no matter what they did, and he was at that point unable to work. So he made a tough decision and sold his business. And then this is pretty cool. But he spent the next 2 years using that money to travel through Europe, Asia, and Africa with his girlfriend he had at the time.
Oh.
I mean, I would love to quit my job and travel for 2 years, but
Just a casual quitting
yeah.
trip. Find yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Just like Harry and Meghan was like, well, for our first date, after we do one date, I'll take you to Africa. Just for a quick camping trip. Oh boy.
Yeah, so he did that for 2 years, and then he returned home back to Quebec. And he decided to, or he had come to a decision over those 2 years about what he wanted to do next. And he had decided that returning to legal work or like regular work just wasn't something he was interested in doing again. They quoted him saying, if I were to get into a different legitimate business, it would have been the same deal over again, 20-hour days, and there was no way I was going to allow that to happen ever again.
20-hour days, Jesus.
Yeah, because that's what he was doing when he was running that like brake pad business.
Bit much.
Yeah, right. He started thinking about his next move, saying that he worked better when he was alone. So, trying to figure out what he wanted to do, he would just get around or get in a vehicle and just drive around and listen to music and think and try and come up with what he wanted to do next. And he supplemented his income at this time because he wasn't really working by getting involved in the still illegal marijuana trade at the time, because this is like 2006.
Right, okay.
And this resulted, yeah, quite a few years before This resulted in a drug-related charge and him being incarcerated for 3 months in
Oh,
2006.
that's enough time. It's on your record now. Damn.
Right? Yeah. I don't really know what happens between 2006 and 2008, but he started going on long drives again, and the article said, quote, "It occurred to me at a red light. Why the hell go through all this hassle of finding a product, selling it, finding customers, accounting, and all that trouble to bring it back as money?" He said, "I
Okay.
loved money so much, I decided to make my own."
Oh,
So just
no
cut
one
out
ever
all the
thought of
middle part.
that.
Well, why make a product to sell it when you can just make the money?
And that's why our
So,
money is so freaking weird now. They had to make it
yeah,
hard to
very true.
recreate.
So true. Frank said he began studying how money was manufactured. He started visiting different official government websites, which listed detailed descriptions of each note's security features for like each country.
Uh,
So he was trying to decide which ones would be the best to do and like the easiest. Uh, he said, I think he said that they like, um, what was it? The details of like the US bills security features were like the most detailed. Um,
oh,
yeah. So he settled on the $20 US bill. So he, even though he's living in Canada, he's doing like US money. He's not doing Canadian money.
they're a big
So he
influence on our
settles on the
culture.
no. He settles on the $20 bill as they're less suspicious than 50s and hundreds, which is pretty true now. Still, like a lot of places
Yeah.
in Canada won't even accept 50s and hundreds. So
No, they're hard to, yeah, change and
yeah.
spend.
And then he also settled on the 20s because at the time, the design on the $20 bills was older and actually had less security features than the $10 bills had.
Oh, yeah, because they weren't
So,
updated.
yeah. Frank wanted to. Oh, this is what it said in the article because there's been some discrepancy about why he settled on American money to do. He said in the article that he wanted to emphasize that he chose the US dollar not because he disliked American people or the US government, as it
Oh, God forbid.
implied in some like reports and articles, but that he chose it because it was accepted in most countries. Like, I'd say
Oh,
that's pretty
that's,
true.
yeah, it always has been fairly universal, unfortunately.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what he did. And then, so he's made his decision what he's going to do. Now he has to start getting equipment together. And one of the first things he had to do was try and locate the correct paper, which was a very unique blend of cotton and linen that was manufactured by only a few places. Oh, this is all quoted directly from the Business Insider thing. They had a nice, like, timeline of this. Saying he began phoning paper mills across Europe, hoping to find a producer who was either gullible or bent.
Oh.
So, like,
Or a little bit of both.
yeah. Frank's con was dependent on the theory that in Europe, people would be less familiar with the constituent parts of the US dollar bill and therefore more likely to take his order. He made
Yeah,
sure to conduct all of his correspondence by email under fake name and a fake business. And he was aware that a recorded phone conversations could end up being his downfall in any future court case.
yeah,
Um,
evidence.
yeah, so he was trying. He said they might all be nice on the phone, but how do you know if they're just, or how do you know if they're just going to turn around and call Secret Services? Frank told a paper mill in Germany that he represented an investment company that wanted to print bond certificates on secure paper to resist counterfeiters, and the mill agreed to tackle the job. Throughout the process, he returned with slight modifications, and Frank's second most audacious move was to ask for the printing company to add a small security strip that read USA 20, which is wild.
Oh.
Just be
That's
like,
it.
hey, can you put this on the money? And they're like, I guess so.
Change nothing else. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird.
Harder than this was to trick the company into adding an etching of the U.S. President Andrew Jackson's. Oh my god, I can't talk. Andrew Jackson's face to the watermark. To do this, Frank had to have several watermark machines made in Poland, which he had delivered to the paper mill in Germany. So, like, Gordo, we're being boopy.
Even Gordo is standing up out of his seat.
Yeah.
Shock and awe.
Oh yeah, so he has those delivered, and remarkably, the German paper mill showed no signs of suspicion. Or if they did, they certainly didn't tell Frank.
Okay.
With this level of modification, the paper mill told Frank that the minimum order that they would do would cost him $30,000. And that would be enough for about $250 million in fake currency. And
okay. Interesting how that works.
Yeah, right? The equipment, including an expensive Heidelberg offset printer, costs about $300,000.
Woof.
So, yeah, so the final cost for him to get all this stuff ready was about $300,000. And Frank figured that if he sold the counterfeit notes for 30% of their face value, he would make nearly $80 million. So that's what his plan was. He was going to print all this money and then like offload it to people that would obviously know the money was faked. But he would sell it to them at for only 30% of the value if the bill was real. So
still a real risk. A real investment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah, he said it wasn't a number specifically that he chose, but it just felt right, like the 30%. While the paper was in production, Frank began sourcing the software and learning how to use it. And he said that he set up an entire printing shop on the outskirts of town, that he would use. And
damn.
It is noted in the article that police have still never found the exact location of the print shop, and Frank has never revealed it to them, and Frank has also vowed to never return to it. So if he is being monitored in any way, he will not be leading them to that print shop. So
well, that's good, because yeah, even print shops back in the day could get targeted if you're printing things that people don't like. They might try to set your house on fire.
So it was at this time in late 2009 when Frank's big order of that paper arrived from Germany. From that paper mill. Yeah, he said, quote, "I knew this second that he was filthy rich and that there was no stopping him." But he didn't pause to celebrate, and Frank began working 16-hour shifts, printing nearly every sheet of blank note quality paper that he had received, trying to reduce the amount of incriminating evidence that could be used against him. So just I guess not leaving anything blank.
Yeah.
Frank said to his girlfriend at the time, who had been the same one that he had gone traveling with for those 2 years. He said that she had no idea what he was doing during the printing process, saying that most of the time he'd tuck her in at 10 p.m. and afterwards he'd leave and go to the shop, and he'd come back in the morning as oftentimes as possible to bring her breakfast or something like that. And that was the criminal life he had.
Well,
He
she's got her
continued.
priorities straight. As long as he brings breakfast, who cares what he's up to? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like he says she didn't know what was going on, saying that she
Sure.
never had a speeding ticket in her whole life, and that she was a fully fledged law-abiding citizen.
Okay, so he's protecting her. Well, that's fine.
Yeah. Like, keep in mind in this thing, he's not spending any of this money himself. So, like, it's not like he's,
Yeah.
I don't know, suddenly paying bills or, like, buying flashy things that he shouldn't be able to afford. Like, that's just not happening.
No, and it's
So,
sort of hard to find the victim in a crime like this where no one's directly getting, like, ripped off. I don't know. Like, right? Like,
yeah.
who's getting super hurt? I don't know. That's a good question.
So after about 5 months of relentlessly printing, he had gathered about $250 million of fake banknotes, saying that he was
Yeah.
now quote unquote rich. But that would only happen if he managed to offload all of the notes. And if that
True.
was if that happened, he would never have to work again.
Yeah, and I suppose it does kind of affect the economy a bit. You put all that
Yeah,
extra
he did
stuff
talk
in
about
there.
that. I actually have that in a second. You did touch on that in the article. So after the start of his research process, Frank had managed to line up 4 potential customers, many of whom were like criminals, including international drug smugglers, which had actually turned down the international drug smugglers had turned down Frank's offer because they thought it was too risky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Risky business.
Most of the customers that he ended up working with ordered small amounts. Like, they want to test the notes. They probably don't believe how good the quality is. So they would order like $100,000 at a time. So he'd be making about $30,000, and they would test out the notes. And then once they were getting really good, I don't know if you want to call it feedback or what, but like they weren't getting caught. They were moving on to much larger orders, going up to 250K and then $500,000 and then even orders of $1 million at a time from him.
It's certainly some sort of positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
You're still winning.
Frank's customers were deliberately all from outside of the U.S. He said he did this to avoid, quote, flooding businesses in the U.S. who were having a hard enough time as it was after the 2008 financial crash. So that's what he kind of touched on. He didn't want to tank the economy even worse. So he was doing this all outside of the U.S.
And funnily enough, how I was just saying, if we were just watching the Big Short about basically the
housing crisis.
Yeah, it was down to a housing crisis and people exploiting the system, basically. Yeah. Woof.
So this kind of continued for a while, but he was barely making a dent in this $250 million he had printed. So he decided he needed to do bigger amounts. Like people that weren't just ordering $1 million at a time. He would have to do that 250 times. So he's like, I need somebody that can do bigger and bigger amounts. So he located a new criminal gang and added that to his client list. Unfortunately, he didn't know that this group had an undercover cop that was in their ranks that got involved.
Well,
and
can't win them all.
Nope. So this would prove his downfall. The cop had placed an order for $100,000, and the next day, supposedly thrilled with the first batch, he had ordered the same again. And Frank didn't realize that a police helicopter had followed them as he handed a box of counterfeit bills to a middleman who then passed it to the undercover police officer. They couldn't arrest or do anything at that time because they, I guess, from the air or something, like, I think it said they couldn't prove that, like, that was in the box when he gave it to the middleman, and that the middleman wasn't the one who switched it out. So they ended up just following Frank to his girlfriend's house, where, on May 23rd, 2012, the couple were sound asleep when they were woken by loud banging on the front door at about 5 a.m. And it was the RCMP, and they had arrived accompanied by 2 agents from the U.S. Secret Service. He said that his girlfriend didn't have a clue what was happening, and that her kids were there, and it was a whole mess, and he felt really bad about that.
Okay. Family man?
Right? Okay. Frank said he was immediately handcuffed while police searched the house and his car. Along with the guns, they found printing press, marijuana, methamphetamine, and hash. Yeah, printing press.
Oh my
Sounds
God.
so old-fashioned. And
right?
police
and who just has that laying around? Like,
yeah. Police also found $949,000 in fake currency, and Frank says he remembers them being like visibly pleased with like this haul of drugs and the printing press and like less than $1 million, and they were just like, yeah, woo, good job, guys. Like, and he's sitting there going, wow, like they have no idea. And police didn't really have any reason to believe that there was more than $200 million stashed somewhere on the edge of town.
Okay.
Frank said, before I even started to plan for any of this, the very first concrete thing I did was work on and plan for my escape. He said he had entrusted a friend, a total outsider who was not involved in the counterfeit operation, and trusted them with the location of his stash of counterfeit notes. And on Frank's orders, the friend would release the massive green paper together to be used as one huge bargaining chip. He said he was hoping it would work, but once you're in prison, you realize you don't really get to decide, and that was all up to the courts.
Yeah.
So.
Jeez. Like, what?
Yeah. During Frank's interrogations by the police, agents from the U.S. Secret Service told Frank that they were looking to extradite him, and that he could face up to 60 years in prison. And Frank was worried. He had not expected to be in such trouble with the U.S. authorities, and he had actually expected to be dealt with by the Canadian government, which he considered more lenient.
Oh no, you didn't think to look up if they had like an extradition policy? The U.S. government, famously harsh.
Yeah.
Or the prison system, whatever. Oh dear.
Nevertheless, Frank had still not told them about the money. Now this part, the article says most of the following details come from Frank, as the Crown prosecutors were unwilling to comment on many details of the negotiation during this time. The court confirmed key dates of the case with Business Insider, and the account is corroborated and supported by further details from an earlier interview Frank conducted with Wells Tower for GQ. So this is mostly coming from Frank.
Okay.
It says that Frank's lawyer, who wishes to be kept anonymous, argued that the police's raid on Frank's girlfriend's house was illegal because it wasn't based on clear enough evidence. and that Frank had been filmed driving into a parking lot but not actually moving the cash into his middleman's house, so the footage did not actually show Frank exchanging the counterfeit notes. And if judges bought this argument, Frank's case could have been entirely dismissed in court. The lawyer whom Frank described as the best in the world used this claim as a bargaining tool to get Crown prosecutors to suspend Frank's extradition to the US. So he's able to negotiate that. And then, he ended up being able to get bail after just 6 weeks while the Canadian police gathered more evidence against him in preparation for the eventual court case. And it said at least now Frank was on home turf dealing with a judiciary system he had grown to know intimately since his earlier brushes with the law as a teenager.
All right then, bud.
Right? He's like, I've been here before. He ended up getting a job in construction, and like his name was kind of in the paper and stuff, but he refused to talk about the money with anyone, expecting his phone and everything else like that to be tapped by the police. So like he wouldn't talk about nothing to nobody.
Oh, that was Brad Pitt's character in the movie, because he would start their phone conversation. He sang to them for like 30 seconds, and they're like, I don't think we're being listened to. I don't know what the singing was supposed to do.
I don't know.
I don't think they're listening to everybody at every second, but I do think that like keywords are probably monitored for, like key sentences, right? That maybe.
I think like certain people, yeah.
Yes, because they don't have time to sit there and listen to everybody's phone conversation.
Absolutely.
Like, would you want to? Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No. So Frank's court date was set for December of 2013. And on walking to the courthouse, Frank finally said to his lawyer, I have $200 million. Can you do something with that? And the lawyer apparently responded, are you fucking kidding me? Lawyer. And then Frank just said no. So the lawyer
Except he was Quebec, so he was like, sick, what the fuck? No, I'm just kidding. Oh my
god. The lawyer entered the courthouse and approached the Crown attorney, telling him about the huge stash of counterfeit notes. And then they ended up doing another couple months of negotiations, and Frank's deal was set in exchange for the $200 million in counterfeit notes and the offset printing press, which Frank says would have ended up somewhere. Oh, the notes, the counterfeit notes, would have ended up somewhere flooding the streets of the U.S. eventually. Frank was set free and was ordered to pay the fine of $1,350 Canadian for the drugs that were found in his car during the raid. And yeah, so Frank arranged for the counterfeit bills to be handed over to police, and he was allowed to walk free out of that courthouse with no more time behind bars. So
for under 2,000
like, wow.
loonies.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry, did you say that you liked the Catch Me If You Can, or if that is the Catch Me If You Can story? I'm so sorry, that's a dumb question.
Oh no, this is somebody else. Catch Me If You Can.
I don't remember, obviously.
Oh, he like faked being... What did he fake? He faked being a doctor. He faked being a
different
pilot. And then he did like check fraud and all that stuff. There is a similar ending, that story in this one, actually. Yeah, sort of similar.
Well, it's weird sometimes when people just want to impersonate someone. They're like, I want to drive a train. Or maybe I'm making this story up, but then like the person's just like, I didn't even want to do anything bad with it. I just wanted to drive a train for a day. And you're like, okay, and then you did somehow, you little sneak. It's so weird. Okay.
I don't have much more. Yeah, this is kind of, so that's basically the case. This is kind of aftermath little things. Yeah, so Frank says he made about 250 million dollars worth of fake notes, and he did unload some of it, but if you remember, he only offered the authorities $200 million as a bargaining chip. So he's often asked where this other $50 million is.
Right.
His response, the few times he's acknowledged it, is basically...
English is not my first language? Sorry, just kidding.
Maybe. He says you would have to ask my accountant about that. It implies complex mathematical questions. It's like, yeah, okay. Basically no comment. Another quote was saying, "There's no way I'm ever going to touch another counterfeit again, even with a 100-foot pole, ever in my life."
Okay.
Yeah.
Not gonna touch him, he says.
Oh, another
and now
quote.
I just hear our banks are being threatened to go all digital. At least that's what Pat was saying, but I don't know what he was watching.
Oh, I don't think they do that. It's not good for anybody.
No.
Yeah, another quote was, "The deterrent factor of jail was really potent, and it's been a turning point in my life." He added, "You get 60 years at 40 years old, and it means your life is over." Which,
yeah.
True. He was pretty lucky.
I was like, yeah, we don't even have that long of sentences, really.
Yeah. Another thing is that since Frank first told his story, rumors have circulated that he did not create the huge supply of counterfeit notes all on his own. And when he's asked about this, he has a clear answer. And this makes sense to me. I mean, but I can understand why people refuse to believe it was just him that made this, by himself, because it's kind of crazy. But this is his response, saying, "In what world would any criminal or criminal organization give $200 million to a front guy so that he could give it to the courthouse instead of giving him a couple bullets to the back of the head?" Which, I mean, true.
So
why would...
He sounds like he's on the traders and trying to defend himself. If I was a trader, why would I do this obvious trader move? He literally just sounds like it's too obvious. It wouldn't happen. That's what.
But yeah, if he was just a guy who was involved in an organization, why would they ever give up $200 million just to stop him from going to prison? They wouldn't give a shit about him. So
no, not more than almost $250,000, or $250,000, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the extent of his operation, Francois Bourassa has been called the world's greatest counterfeiter. And yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning, he has the record as the largest single counterfeiter in the world or something. And the part that's kind of similar to that guy from Catch Me If You Can is, I'm pretty sure he also owns a security company now and works with the police to catch other counterfeiters. And I think that guy did the same thing. Yeah. When you're really, really good at something, why do it for free? Especially if the police already know about you and have already caught you once.
Found your niche, exploited.
Yeah. Start working for the government.
You're a CIA informant, or you're like a hacker guy, but you help, protect the systems by hacking.
So it said about this, his new mission is now to eradicate the counterfeiting problems at the highest levels of corporations. Frank said, I've decided to completely reinvent my counterfeiting operation and turn it into a positive opportunity to help people. It says Frank works remotely out of Canada out of fear of further extradition charges to the US. And he says he consults on preventing counterfeit fraud in banknotes, driver's license, passports, birth certificates, fashion, and the pharmaceutical industry. So
Okay.
he's
'Cause I
pretty
feel like
involved, I guess.
yeah, wouldn't someone like him be good at helping to work a department that could be like head up against scammers and fishers and phone, all the different types of scams we get via the phones and everything and emails and
Maybe. I think
it's
the
so hard.
counterfeiting thing is more his, like, niche than, like,
It's all just faking people
hackers or
out.
whatever.
It's faking looking like something legit. It's I don't know. It's
Yeah,
to
but
me
the
it's so
physical,
similar.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know, doing it digitally and stuff, like emails and that kind of stuff, I think is a lot easier than it is to do the physical.
It certainly
Like
seems
the
like they
birth
have teams
certificate,
working on
driver's
it.
license.
Yeah. And we
Yeah,
just
there's
get
like
stupid
different
little
things.
we're like, "Oh, you have to fast these phishing test emails and do these little work,
Yeah.
books and yeah." And God forbid you fail that because then you're just gonna get talked to by HR. It's like somebody fucking go out there and fight against these like
Oh, there's just too many.
fraudsters. Yeah, like on the front line. It's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, they
It's
like get so smart at like social engineering and whatever. And they just
yeah.
if they spend half their freaking energy doing legitimate businesses, as everyone says,
Yeah.
you think they'd make their
Yeah.
money that way. Ugh. Well,
I thought it was fascinating. There was like a few pictures about what they had some pictures about like the not completed bills, and then that was basically it. Like there wasn't a whole lot of pictures involved in this one because they like don't know
yeah.
the location of like where the bills were made and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
I may have saved, like, to bring it back to how we were going to go through, like, we go through some of our saved on some Patreons. There was a post on Reddit it made me think of where, like, someone had been given fishy looking Canadian bills and they posted online because they, I think, were in the US or not in Canada. And we're like, are these real? And I was like, ooh, that's really hard to tell. And then, like when you looked closely and then they showed the back, I was like, no, they look off, but like
Yeah.
legit, they were. It was a legit concern because we have different like, yeah, what it's made of, the fabric or whatever you call it. We were like, oh, we have the plastic money now, whereas the U.S. it's still basically paper, and ours is more polymer bullshit, whatever. Like, can't really
Like,
rip it. Yeah.
yeah, it's weird because I remember when they came out with the plastic money, like it's been a while. What was it, like 2011, 2012 that we got the plastic money? I remember them being like, oh yeah, it's gonna be so much harder
Yes,
for like
to replicate.
counterfeiters or whatever to
Mm-hmm.
do. And I remember within like 3 or 4 months from the money being released, there was already counterfeit $5 bills in like circulation. And it was
People are
like,
like,
Jesus Christ.
hold my beer.
Like,
Canada.
yeah. It was
Get
just
right
like, are
on
you
that.
kidding me? Because the job I was
Yeah.
working at, it was right when it was my first job, and it was right when the plastic money started coming out. And we still got quite a bit of cash at my job, and I remember them, like, I worked in a mall, and I remember the security going around with the proper new $5 bills and then the fake ones that had been hit like at a bunch of stores in the mall and like going around and showing all the employees in the mall.
That's smart.
And stuff about it. And I remember it was only a few months after the money was released. And
yeah, that would be the time. Everyone's unfamiliar. And I think it probably was just adopted all throughout the Commonwealth, right? Because like euros and like pounds and Australian money, because we used to have all of that in the travel department when I was working there. And that was, they would have similar, like, you know, those little shiny hologrammy parts and all that stuff. Yeah, the little see-through bits. And it sounds funny to call it plastic money, but it is really like quite a different material. You're not going to like US money. People don't eat in the dark. It all looks the same.
Yeah,
like,
I hate it.
Terrible. It's terrible. But anyway, that was really good.
And, thanks. I had fun researching it. I find like maybe it was because I just liked Money Heist or La Casa de Papel. I'm like, yes, print the money. Nobody dies, but print the money. Make your own money.
Heist, baby. I love a heist. Yeah. Any old heist. You know.
Any old heist will do. Yeah. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back for part 2.
Be right back.
There are over 200,000 unsolved homicides in the United States justice system right now. And many of those cases haven't seen the light of day in years, decades in some instances. The case files and evidence are sitting in a box on a dusty shelf in a basement, forgotten by law enforcement and the media, while the families and friends left behind wait for answers and fight for justice. Sometimes there is nobody left to remember or to speak up on behalf of the victim. I'm Arlene.
And I'm Leah. And that is exactly what Box in the Basement sets out to do. To shine a light on those forgotten victims and to bring attention to unsolved murders and disappearances. We want to help families tell their stories, and we want to assist the families and friends of victims find the resources and support they need to continue their fight for justice. Join us every Thursday for new episodes of Box in the Basement, wherever you find your podcasts.
All right. I also have some famous forgeries. Yeah, a lot are like fakes and stuff, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tell me. Shh. Quiet down, stomach. There's a mic here. Okay. Yeah. I was like, there's lots of ones that are like top 10 art forgeries and stuff like that. And I'm like, they're fine, but it's nice if there's like a bit of a twist too. Yeah, like 2 or 3 that caught my eye. So starting with the Caravaggio conundrum, sometimes called.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Don't hear that too often. Conundrum.
No. Why not? Let's bring it back.
Yeah, it's a great word. Conundrum.
Truly. And I love an alliteration.
Yeah.
So almost 100 of the painter or the artist Caravaggio's unknown works, we'll put that works in quotation marks, or what did I call them earlier? I heard someone call them inverted commas, and I was like, that's a new one.
No, thanks. Yeah.
You Brits are strange. Bunny
like,
ears.
You mean an apostrophe? Double apostrophe?
Yeah.
Like,
now we're just saying what things look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the hashtag, the pound. Press pound. The hashtag symbol. Yeah, so it's the same thing. It used to be called the pound key.
Oh, God. Star 69. Okay. So, about 100 of Caravaggio's artworks were found in a castle in Milan, but immediate controversy ensues. Are they authentic? Right?
Yes.
Why would 100 be just there, I guess? Ooh, guilty of that podcaster thing where I say, guess what? I didn't look up pronunciation of this castle, this Italian castle. Guys, it starts with an SF, so we're already off to a good start. It's Sabaro.
Sabaro.
It's
Olive Garden.
What did that guy keep shouting?
Opa.
Birds. Bikes.
Yeah.
No, that
Bikes.
was special.
Bikes.
Oh God, Wee's laughing. Forzesco Castle. I'm sorry. So sometime in 2011-ish, they
Okay.
like a couple people said they had started studying a cache of 96 possible Caravaggio's located in his old mentor's workshop in the castle. And his mentor,
Sure.
yeah, sure. I guess that's where you'd find him. His mentor being Renaissance painter Simone Pietrozano, and the researchers, more Italian names, Maurizio Bernardelli, Caruz Guerreri, and Adriana Concone Fedrigoli, said the pieces show the faces, bodies, and scenes the young Caravaggio would use in later years. And if you ever listen to Smart List, this is where they would have a recurring fake Italian audience member who, when somebody says something they like done and nobody says anything, they're like, "Oh my God, bravo, bravissimo!" They start saying it like they're an audience member. I think we should adopt that when we have to pronounce hard things. So yeah, they said they found this cache of Caravaggio's in Milan, but the city representatives who had not yet been informed of this find were cautiously hoping it was real, but
Yeah.
big but. They said, "We'll be happy to discover it's true, but it's strange. They weren't in a hidden place; they were accessible to all." And this was said by the city council's culture spokeswoman, Elena Coriena. If authentic, they are estimated to be worth 700 million euros.
Damn.
Yeah, I guess that's why it matters.
Yeah, that is a lot. Okay.
Freaking art.
Yeah. I'm shocked at the cost of some art when I have not heard. I mean, I'm not an
Totally.
art person necessarily, but like sometimes when I
No,
haven't
but-
even heard an artist's name before, they're like, this is however much money. I'm like, that's too much. I've never even heard of that person.
No, literally. And it does jazz up a house, and I'm glad that like Pat bought that big one downstairs that says a painting of Edmonton, like with a lovely sunset kind of in the background, and you're just like, oh, it's just like, you know, maybe local artist, who knows, like gorgeous, quite big, but like, and then you like find out it's like thousands of dollars, and you're like, oh, that's why people have posters on their walls when they're like in their 20s and stuff, because we can't afford anything else.
Yeah.
Usually. Although, if we can get that sponsor that does frames for everything, frames really jazz it up. Oh. Anywho, the city also immediately opened several investigations. Emails from May of 2011 showed the pair of researchers had requested access to review the paintings, were denied on-site showings. So The best they'd had is like an electronic copy of the
Oh.
paintings, basically. Yeah. Francesca Rossi, in charge of access to the castle's antiquities and art, she denied the two had seen the works in person. I've never seen them here. They've never had access to the collection. They've studied the images exclusively from the computer disk. And another Francesca, critic Francesca Cappelletti, who helped authenticate Caravaggio's The Taking of Christ, believes they are by his mentor, Peter Zano. Which would also make sense, given that it was also his workshop. But perhaps we'll never really know. But they don't seem to have been able to get them authenticated or sold as such.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. They're just like, some say some of his popularity too, after his death more was because there was some mystery around his death, which caused some continued curiosity, which is why I just had a little bit about how he was born a long time ago in September 1571. And
oh, damn.
He was born Michelangelo Merisi, but then moved to a place called Caravaggio. Guess where he got his name. Yeah. And then when he died at age 38, in 1610, there was some uncertainty over how he died. So maybe he died in some obscurity, I don't know. But centuries later, DNA tests led to the conclusion that he simply got ill and died, and that he maybe was not murdered, which was also on the table as a possibility, distinctly.
Oh, okay.
He was apparently known to flee cities and leave works unfinished because of his tempestuous nature, which led him to kill at least one man. Quote.
Damn.
Yeah, just casual. Those Italians.
Yeah.
We love you. You're so passionate. As for those researchers / discoverers, Mr. Bernardelli, Caruso, and Adriana Fedrigoli, they have since not seemingly been punished, but they have published a book. It was called Young Caravaggio 100 Rediscovered Works, and the Italian Amazon refused to stock it. They wouldn't sell it in Italy.
Oh, okay. I mean, do you need to write a book about that?
Still trying to make that bank.
Yeah, seems a little weird.
Yeah, I think there's even maybe a sequel. So yikes!
Oh, to what? It was barely
a second one.
Damn! Like what?
Will Amazon sell anything?
Yeah, Amazon will sell anything. If you can't get it sold on Amazon, you know it's a problem.
Bezos, you whore. So, and I had to take away fun facts that, because I'm not real good with the art history, but I do find it
Neither am I.
Cool. I find it cool when people know stuff about it. Yeah. Caravaggio was known for quote, rare naturalism and use of light and shade, a technique called chiaroscuro. Guess what I should have looked up? Probably at least that one. Because I have heard that term before, or at least seen it written when I say heard.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
Apparently it's the use of light and shade. I don't know. I'm like, I'm a fucking artist. I look at things and people know how to draw something and do shading on it. And I'm like, that just to me is my brain doesn't even know how you do that.
Yeah.
Shit, I do wonder if I totally butchered that. Because, the problem with Italian, for me, this is the problem with Italian. You never know how to pronounce the C's. CH? Is it chu? Or like sometimes like you guys, what is ciabatta? It's spelled like CI, right? Like, what's up with that?
I have
How
no
are you
idea.
supposed to know? How is one to know? How do you pronounce it? Someone say it out loud. Wait, if I can make my phone say it. Pronunciation. Art terms. Oh, at least when they spell it out, then I know phonetically. Sounds like chiaroscuro. See? How am I supposed to know that chia is spelled Kiara? It looks like chia
Yeah.
pet. Anyway, I always have an easier time with French. And also, yeah, I don't know. I guess he was a big deal in the art world because the notable quote about him was that Robert Hughes' critic said he reclaimed the human form. There was art before him and there was art after him, and they were not the same. So no wonder everyone was trying to like cash in on his shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never heard of him.
I was like, I think I have, but also, I feel like some people, like if you looked up an image, it might seem familiar. I don't know. Some people have like very distinct styles.
Yeah.
The next one is not so much art, but a furniture piece, art piece. Maybe Ron Swanson would call it art. They are the chairs of
Probably.
Versailles. Yeah, Versailles. Ooh. Words are hard, okay? So some of the most expensive fucking furnishings and furniture and stuff are at the luxurious Palace of Versailles in France. So of course people are going to cash in on that and try to replicate some of the very expensive chairs. In the 2010s, 2 chairs appeared on the French antiques market that were thought to be the most expensive chairs made for Miss Marie Antoinette. The lovely last Queen of France's, ancien regime. I'm going to stop trying to say things. Before the bloody French Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was honestly much maligned, as much women in history are, unfortunately. I wish she was known for her less famous quote, which is when she accidentally stepped on the foot of her executioner and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Please excuse me. I didn't mean to." Like, polite to the very end. But yes, out of these tragedy, all these chairs are so fucking valuable now. These particular ones discovered were found to be stamped with the seal of Nicholas Quinibert Folio, a celebrated cabinet maker in Paris in the 1700s. And they were like declared actual national treasures by the government of France in 2013. So
damn. Never thought a
wow.
chair would be a national treasure. But...
I'm like, can you get any? Could this chair be any more fancy and valuable?
Yeah.
And of course, so the palace wants to own any and all chairs and artifacts that pop up associated with the palace. But these two, or at least some of this collection, were snapped up by the Qatari Prince Mohammed bin Al Thani for $2 million. And other furniture, including chairs, like crazy expensive chairs. Others have appeared from the 18th century royal collection on the market over the years, and most are bought by Versailles for display. But there was a quote about other ones. Other items included another set of chairs purported to have sat in one of Marie Antoinette's chambers in Versailles. A separate pair said to have belonged to Madame du Barry, King Louis XV's mistress, and the armchair of King Louis XV's sister, fucking Roman numerals, Princess Elizabeth, and a pair of ployants, or stools that belonged to the daughter of King Louis XV, Princess Louise Elizabeth. So even the stools. So precious.
People just like chairs. I mean, I got a pretty old chair, but I feel like it's maybe this is where the
Yes.
it's not. I mean, it's like velvet. It's like orange and orangey red and green velvet.
Oh, my mom would be into the chair. She likes to
Yeah.
love an old chair, or the ones that have like the basket kind of weaving, like you can restore them. And
Oh, yeah.
she's been known to pick up an antique and like
This one
give it some love.
I gotta get some
Yeah.
some more like of that wood like moisturizing polish and kind of do up the wood. 'Cause I've never done that. It's
That like kind of sounds amazing, and like I love that we're into wood polish now because we have this big wood table, and I'm like, we should probably be polishing this bitch.
yeah, I have like my well, see when I first moved out, I had a rocking chair. I had my coffee table, my
Oh.
couch, the arms and back were wood. And then I still have like the like shelves, little like entertainment unit that's wood. It was all part of the same set. So I used to buy that like pledge furniture polish stuff and do it like every few months. But now I just have I only have that like furniture shelf thing left. And then so I just haven't really in a long time. But I probably
That's
should.
fair. Yeah, should just be getting dusty, and I should just wipe it off with something.
Yeah.
Lazy. Yeah. Could love a nice like corner shelf though to put some
Yes.
trinkets on. Oh yes, my friend Anita at work got a cute one. I was like, oh, had like a light.
Yeah.
You could turn like purple or green in the background behind your
fun.
knickknacks. Oh, yeah, very cute. $2 million. No, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many of the chairs are still at Versailles, right in the palace, except for at least one who was bought by the Grand Hermes family. Ooh, don't they make fancy scarves? No, I don't know.
The Hermes, they make the handbags.
Yeah, it's like spelled the same, possibly missing an accent. I don't know. That was like when somebody was talking about it was an older released podcast episode, but they were reading a post that was like, "Oh, I was today years old. Did you guys know that the Kinder Egg, the inside that holds the plastic toy, it's yellow because it's the yolk?" And I was like, "Yeah, 38 years old. I don't think I've ever heard that." Just like something random.
Weird.
And then, yeah, it was weird. And then they was like going on about it. And then also reading further on, it was like, wait, it was made by the something Ferrero. And then we're like, wait, what? And it's like, is it the same?
Rocher?
Yeah, is it the same chocolate family?
Probably.
Still haven't
Probably
gotten to
all
the bottom
under
of
like Nestle or something.
Who knows? Yeah, it's all Nestle, Toulouse, or whatever. Yeah. But in 2016, this assortment of royal chairs would become embroiled in a national scandal that would rock the French antique world, bringing the trade into disrepute. The reason? The chairs were in fact all fakes.
Damn.
Oh, so dramatic, these French. 2 people were subsequently put on trial for the deception. Antique expert, his name is George, like George in English, or George. Bill Palo. I'm like, why is your nickname Bill when your first name is George or whatever? But okay. We'll call him Bill. Or Pallet, or however you say his last name. Oh my god. I'm struggling. And award-winning cabinet maker Bruno Denou, I think. Bruno. The pair were charged with fraud. I don't think English is my first language, Kelsey.
That's how I felt. I was like, I can't read simple words anymore. What's happening?
I might be an alien.
It's been so long since we recorded. I was like, or since I had even typed up my notes, I was like, what the hell is happening right now? I can't even read this.
What are words? Yeah. I'm just gonna continue to call it fraud and money laundering. 9-year investigation. Director of the gallery was charged with a gross negligence. Oh, this one was fun because there was a French name where it looked like the French word for gallery. So I thought they were just talking about the gallery, but they're talking about a person with the name gallery.
Oh no.
Welcome to how confused I was, even writing the notes.
I've never heard the name gallery before.
I mean, it's probably like gallery or something, but the way it was spelled, I got so confused that it was his wife's name. Either way, the director of the gallery was charged with gross negligence. You never hear that about regular negligence, do you?
A medium negligence.
Oh, okay. It's never like extremely cute versus gross negligence.
Yeah,
absolutely
an ugly
disgusting.
Negligence.
Yeah. Filthy rich. Yeah. The trial was set for March, and both parties pled guilty. Not the gallery guy. Ironically, Mr. Pallet, or Bill, had previously been called upon to give his expert opinion on other historical items in question. So, like, before his own trial, he'd been considered the top scholar on French 18th century chairs and literally written the book on the subject.
Oh my god.
Yeah, trust no one. Bill said it started as a bit of a joke back in 2007, see if they could replicate an armchair, quote unquote, that they were already working on restoring that once belonged to Madame de Berry. And they pulled it off, managing to pass it off as a true artifact of the period. Until they didn't. It's like, yeah, you say it started as a joke, but... And then you were just going to be like, look, yeah. I replicated this wonderful one, and then I never did anything else with it.
Yeah.
Eventually, and I mean, like, I think I had to look up updates that ended up being from, like, last year, 2025. The two fraudsters were sentenced to 4 months, and they were, like, kind of like time served, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It wasn't a huge deal in the end.
But what about that chair that was sold for $2 million?
Shrug.
Yeah,
I remember I was trying to, like, dig for the follow-ups. Because you know when it's, like, kind of a one-off news piece or whatever? Yeah. I know they have this problem on podcasts that cover, like, petty crimes, because you'll get, like, the headlines and then, like,
the Florida man headline with no names and no, like, information, and you're like, oh great, like, how do I Google this?
Yeah. No, it's bad. Oh yeah. Okay, now I have to look because I'm like, I have my sources with my exact one with some pictures, because yeah, hard to find stuff. That's that, and there was an honorable mention. I like the way they call them. Fakins. They are fake Francis Bacon works.
Fakins.
6 degrees of Francis Bacon. No. Yes. Francis Bacon was Irish-born, 1909, apparently known for his raw and settling imagery and focusing on the human form. A lot of people like to focus on that human form. Apparently.
Yeah.
I know it's just hard to draw. Hard to draw a hand. Hard to draw face.
Eyes.
I can draw like one eye. Yeah, and then the other eye is like,
Symmetrical.
yeah, the other eye does not match. I can draw like a right eye? I don't even know. What does that mean?
I am not very good at drawing. I'm one of those people. I got decently good at
No.
tracing stuff, but I never really
Okay.
got good at drawing, like
Yeah.
freehand or anything. So
No.
yeah.
Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of that in our family either. Although my sister drew a cool tiger picture that I think my mom framed. I remember seeing it up on the wall. I have a weird poem about plants from like when I was in second grade.
Nice.
It's actually like quite good, and it's like, oh, like for my age.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Not
this and
now.
that, and it spiders up from the ground, and then it's like, I have roots that dig deep into the ground. It just like ends on such like a childlike note. It's so funny.
The end.
Oh, it's like I forgot I was like trying to be a poet. No, I don't know. Oh. Okay. Francis Bacon Fakin. One of his most notable works was The Breakthrough, 3 Studies for Figures at the Base of a Crucifixion. Even saying that, I felt bored. I'm so sorry. But this is a triptych he painted in 1944. Do you know what that is?
Is it all red? That's the one from Interview with the Vampire.
I don't know. Is it all red and someone's chewing on a baby in the front or something? That sounds terrible.
I think so.
But it's like famously creepy. No, I don't think that is this. This is talking about a triptych, which I think those are those type of paintings where you would see them in like, it means like 3, and then it might be like put up on a mantelpiece, and it's like set. It's like it can stand up, and then it's like 3 parts joined in the middle. I don't know if that makes any sense.
What is it called?
The work is called 3 Studies for Figures at the Base of a Crucifixion.
Yeah, that's the one in Interview with the Vampire.
It is? Oh my god.
Yes, it's the one that is in Louis and Imran's apartment. It's the one that they're talking about trying to sell in the one episode, and they say, "Oh, we have a liar bind up. We're gonna talk to them."
Oh, it comes
Whatever.
up quite easily when you just start putting that in, at least. You don't have to type the whole thing out. Okay, let me see here. Oh, I see the red. This is not what I was thinking of, but yes. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to tell Pat. He likes Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me change my Google.
We've never been wrong on this pod before. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, and apparently just the end of that note was it helped seal his reputation as a bleak chronicler of the human condition. You're like, oh, art that's not makes you feel good looking at it. No.
Yeah, they're all creepy pictures. I think that's why it's like stuck in my mind.
Yeah, I could see that. Born into poverty in Dublin in the early 1900s. Then met a man named Peter Lacey, possibly the love of his life, but he used Peter's raging alcoholism and violence to engage in his love of S&M in a way. I was like, okay. Dark. No. Also suffered from asthma and died of a heart attack in 1992. Which I also was like, damn, 1992? Doesn't that seem like crazy? Do you know that Charlie Chaplin was also alive briefly for a time when Pharrell was? Doesn't that break your mind?
Oh, damn. He must have been pretty old. Yeah, there's a few pictures. None of these are really great, but there's a still from Daniel. He's standing in front of the picture. And then there's
Yeah.
these other ones. It's like in their living room. He's sitting on the couch in front of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, apparently, I guess it's if we were more arty, we would know. Oh, 2 seconds.
Yeah, I just remember like seeing something and being like, "Those pictures are fucked." Like, you know, that's so creepy.
That evokes
I hate
feelings
it.
of that's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's just there were some fakes of Francis Bacon's. One time it was in 2021 when Italian authorities seized about 500 works of art supposedly done by
Damn.
Bacon. Just a few.
That's
Depending on your
commitment to make 500 fake paintings. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. And depending on the source, it was 5 to 7 people charged with it. And also like maybe 480 or so to 500, but whatever, something like that.
Damn.
The people were charged with criminal conspiracy and trying to authenticate and circulate fake works of art in money laundering, of course. Fraud.
Road.
The Curse of Strode. Along with cash and other valuables, the whole thing was worth about 3 million euros. I think if it was real. Yeah.
That's not even that much.
Yeah. For that many, right? It's like,
For 500 pictures, how long would that have taken to paint?
Like,
you might as well have become your own artist.
Exactly. We're giving you this Bacon at a deal. They're like selling them out of the back of their van.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Terrible. So the main suspect in this one was sorry, it is spelled Bologna. 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 He was a Bologna-based man who was previously connected to a 2018 incident called the Paloma Operation, which included fake-ins and purported Picasso paintings as well.
Oh no.
He was a twice-baked faker. That wasn't the only time fake-ins were found. In 2013, the Francis Bacon Foundation discovered a deception by David Edwards, none other than the brother of Bacon's heir and companion, John Edwards. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
So close. An inside man. David had made 1.3 million euros off these fakes, which were slammed as being nothing more than pastiches or even parodies and profoundly disrespectful of Bacon's authentic body of work. Oh. And that is it, except for I want to show you a funny one. Funny ones. Honorable mention section to the botched restorations.
Oh no. Is it gonna be hey.
Okay. Of course I have the link.
I remember that one picture that went viral a couple years ago. I can't remember. Was it Jesus or something that was like so bad? Like,
yes, there's a very bad Jesus one.
Reader do this?
It's got its own like article. Okay, here's like I'm just gonna put a link in our chat of the one that would have all of the ones I'll talk about. You know, there's a listicle of like 15 or so, 17 actually, being specific. But yeah, the that one I was like, when I specifically went looking for them, I'm like, I know there's one called this, and it was the one. It's in a place called, I want to say, Borja, Spain, Borja, Spain, and it's sometimes referred to as the Beast Jesus.
The Beast Jesus.
Well, I mean, there's different things said. It was oh god, where is that one on this list, or should I just look it up again? it ended up like a viral, unfortunate attempt at a nice restoration. God, even if you look it up, it's like Beast Jesus before and after. Yeah, all I meant images, whatever. But like, okay, they were just trying to, restore an actual legit old artifact in Spain.
Yeah, some of these are weird. Like, what are they doing?
The lady, her name was Cecilia, and she was an amateur painter. They called it an internet icon after botched fresco restoration went viral in 2012. Oh no, she's died at 94, you guys. Oh. But it like brought a lot of it does look kind of terrible, you must admit. It once had a face. I don't know if before she tried to restore it, it then like didn't have anything, but oh boy, it loses all its features. That's all I can really say. It like, yeah, she rough.
Some of these are crazy.
Yeah, I had a short list. There was the first one they put on the list that I sent you in the chat. It was like, if people want to see it, it's like 17 worst restorations or something, ArtNet. You'll find it. Da Vinci's The Virgin and Child with St. Paul. They like tried to clean it up and then it just got like so much lighter, and like a lot of time they just end up looking cartoony.
Yeah, some of these, like this one, that literally is all wooden, like stained wood, and then it's painted like a Disney cartoon in the slide beside it, and it's like lime green and hot pink and teal and blue and red, and I'm like, but it was wooden before with no paint on it, so why the fuck did you paint it?
Oh, and so not the statue that looks like he's been like had a glow up where he's like now.
Yeah, the one has like lipstick and makeup on now.
Wear makeup. Now I'm androgynous.
And a spray tan.
That's the Saint Anthony of Padua statue, Soledad, Colombia.
Yeah, they gave him sculpted eyebrows and like.
Jesus had his David Bowie glow up. He's looking good. Yeah.
I love whatever this one is. That's the Tree of Fertility. I don't know what it looked like before, but now it's a tree with penises on it.
Oh my god.
That's great.
Which one was that? Tree of Fertility. Yeah, some of them are just, you have to see them to almost believe them. Oh, there it is. Oh no! I did not even really register all the dick and balls.
Yeah.
It is famous for its depiction of numerous phalluses, or at least it was before a 2011 cleaning. Oh, so they were accused of censoring it. Wow, guys.
They took away some of the dicks.
Oh, Jester Lavore, Critical Role, would not be happy. Yeah, some of them are like, they didn't show much of a before and after, but
yeah,
there's a couple.
That's where I'm getting confused, because I'm like, what did it look? Some of these before, what did they look like? I know
the Great Wall of China. It's like they said that people were shocked to discover that restorers had essentially paved over an like mile section of the Great Wall of China. You're like, okay, but it doesn't really show it very well. But then there was a couple where they redid like a little crumbling old tower, and that looks like something from Minecraft, as they put it in some of the comments.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, maybe some things we should just leave alone.
I know.
Like,
I think
if something...
Sorry.
If something isn't painted, like, and maybe we don't need to paint it, or maybe we can just clean the dirt off of something without redoing it.
Violently doing it, yeah.
Yeah, some of these are crazy.
Yeah, I had written down top 9 and then just kind of scrolled through some because they were so interesting. The Santa Barbara. I think that was a statue they redid in
Yeah,
Santa
that one
Cruz
weirds me
Chapel.
out because other than it being muted colors, like yellow and blue, kind of, it doesn't look like it's
Yeah.
damaged in any way, and then the other statue looks totally
True.
different.
So why
So,
even do it? Yeah.
yeah, why even do it?
They gave her a.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to pluck your eyebrows. It's the 1970s. No, what is it? Oh, they had real plucked high eyebrows from one of those decades. One of them was a pyramid too, and I was like, "What?" And then they apparently just like smoothed it, but I was like, or they damaged the facade, but I was like, I don't understand. It just looks like an old
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, St. Anthony. Who else made my little short list? St. Anthony of Padua. Yeah, he's had makeup on. St. George's Church of San Miguel de Estella, Navarre, Spain. The Buddha statue in Anu, China. Circa 1000, mind you. And they're fixing these things. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, that was the kind of Minecrafty looking one. The Okakli Ada Castle, Sile, Turkey. That's probably all wrong, especially because I said Turkey, but you know what I mean. and, and they made it look like it's got like a little face with the
Yeah.
the windows look like they even have little eyebrow windows over the square parts.
So weird. I don't know if something survived looking like that for like thousands of years, you can just leave it alone. Like,
yeah, just leave it alone. Oh yeah, Buddhist frescoes. Those were also very old. Yeah, from like 900.
crazy.
Anyway, that was just to end. It wasn't a fun note, but we'll put some of them up with the episode or whatever.
Yeah.
Little palate cleanser. Yeah. But you know what? At least that one brought a whole bunch of tourist stuff to see the poor crazy Jesus.
God, can only imagine.
Oh no, that's what actors feel like when they get all, oh, well, we're gonna have to or not, whatever you call it nowadays, because like we have to make you look younger for this one, so we're gonna give you that like airbrush technique.
Yeah, damn.
It's
This looks crazy.
Well, till next time.
Yeah.
Did we say what we're doing?
We said our Patreon is coming sometime next week. It's gonna be our saves, some fun things, videos, whatever we feel like. And then
maybe some more funny stuff.
Yeah, our next regular episode, which will be in February. I don't think we said what we were doing, but it's creepy castles.
Yeah.
Taking it back to castles. It's been a minute.
There's definitely many more haunted and weird and scary ones that we have not talked about.
Yeah. Plenty of history out there to cover still.
All right, till next time, keep it cryptic.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Castles and Cryptids. We love all our listeners and appreciate every subscriber, every new review, every listen, rate, and download. Our music is by Kobe Off Air, and our cover art is by Antonio Garcia. We are also a proud member of Darkcast Network, where you can find the best and spookiest of all indie podcasts. Follow us on social media, where we are at Castles and Cryptids on mostly all of the things, now including TikTok. Check out our bonus content on Patreon, Cryptid Clashes, video minisodes of your host making asses of themselves, Ask Me Anything, quizzes, other special episodes, and more. Starting at just $2 a month, you can get 1 to 2 extra episodes, depending on your level. We produce, edit, and research everything ourselves, and any support you can lend helps us to keep it cryptic.